Going back a little bit, the Legacy Awards recognize outstanding individuals or groups that do promote the values of participation, inclusion, and personal best. So to present our next Legacy Award of Social Justice is a gentleman who has also been around this organization for quite some time and has put a lot of passion into it. He is most known for being the spearhead for the International Rainbow Memorial Relay. A gentleman who basically roller skated across this country on behalf of the Gay Games. And he's from Team New York and last year's recipient of the Waddell Cup Award. Please welcome to the stage my friend, Brent Nicholson Earle. And you've got 2 minutes. That's it, Brent.
Oh my God, I can never do anything in 2 minutes. Good evening, everybody. Many thanks to all the hard work on Out for Sports and hosting this meeting for us. When the FGG decided to return to Africa for our annual meeting in 2008, one of our goals was to meet LGBT athletes, artists, and activists from Cape Town and the entire region. Among those we met was Ndumie Funda. She was the lead volunteer for the meeting. She staffed the office, provided any assistance needed, and quietly prepared our updated agendas, our motion forms, and so on. Later at the meeting, we had an opportunity to hear her voice. She spoke to us about something of which most of us had never heard. She spoke about corrective rape. Since the prevailing belief in South Africa and other parts of Africa is that lesbians don't really exist, and if any are suspected to be such, they are in danger of suffering the most punitive means of correction. In South Africa's black townships, women athletes, whether they be lesbian or not, are particular targets for this heinous crime. Ndumie spoke to us of her friends who had been raped, who had contracted AIDS after being raped, who had become pregnant after being raped, who had died of injuries after being raped, who had killed themselves after being raped. Ndumie also told us her story, and she told the world through the organization she founded, Luleki Sizwe. With the help of a petition on change.org, she engaged the world to tell the South African government that it could no longer remain silent about this outrageous issue. The Gay Games family was part of this effort, helping the petition to reach its intended target when it was looking difficult to achieve. And I'm happy to report that it worked. After resisting several calls to meet with activists, the Ministry of Justice finally agreed to talk with them. And from those talks has come a working group on which Ndumie sits. But this struggle is far from over. And Ndumie still regularly faces death threats and at times still has to disappear to safe houses. By presenting our Social Justice Legacy Award to Ndumie Funda, we are sending a message, albeit a symbolic one, to tell Ndumie that in her fight against this abomination, the Federation of Gay Games remains by her side. Congratulations to Ndumie.
You know, sometimes we have a lot of fun with the Gay Games, but obviously we're very lucky to live where we do. And there are many people around this world who don't have the luxury and liberties that we have. And one of the things I'm most proud of is the fact that I did have the opportunity to work with Tom Waddell in those first few years. And using sport as a tool to end oppression against homosexuality, sexism, and racism will always be there in this organization as we move forward. So as much fun as we do get to have, this is done for a serious reason. So thank you again, Ndumie.